So guys, you got back into Satisfactory, or you just got Satisfactory, want to know how to start it? Well, here's just some quick tips for you. So I would start, if I was coming back into it, the easiest mode, which is this. So grass fields is the best starting area to do. I'm going to skip the intro, but if you've not done this before, please play the intro. It will help a lot. But for now, we're just going to jump in, skip the intro, and we're going to start at the easiest point in our large world, and that is on green fields. So here we are. Beautiful, lush green fields. So you start with nothing, obviously. Pick up what you can. So obviously anything that grows is...
If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any...
Just let Ada talk away.
Store this potential resource for later use.
We will, Ada. Thank you. Ada, by the way, is our helpful Fixit boss. I'm not sure. Advisor. Anyway, like I said, just get what you can. Thing to note that fauna on here is dangerous. So you get this rather crappy tool, which is not very useful, but hey, it's all we get at the beginning. So just make sure when you're wandering around, you've got it equipped. And when you meet some beasties, you'll be able to fend them off. But this is another reason why this area is a little easier, because the beasts are a little bit easier. They're the basic ones, really, to be honest. So what we're looking for here is obviously nothing fantastic. We're not going to be building mega factories at this point. We just need to get to coal as soon as we can, because that's the reason, and that's the best place that we need to start the automation, and then we can start really building a proper factory based environment. So looking around here, we can hold V if you're on PC, and then you can basically find your 3 main nodes which you're looking for. These are all sort of like never-ending nodes, and that's iron, copper, and limestone. So iron is the main. Secondary is copper. And then lastly, we need the concrete for some of our things that we need to build, but mainly towards building foundations, which we're also not going to worry about too much in this beginning stage. It's going to be build on the ground as much as possible. Don't worry about how nice it looks. Just automate what you can, handcraft what you can. And as you're going along, you'll see these things, these bugs. So there's blue, yellow slugs, purple slugs. They'll all come important later on. Of course they do, Ada. Oh, there's a beast. He spotted us. Here come a charging and bump. Yeah. They don't do a lot of damage, to be honest, at this point. Just after you've attacked them and killed them, if you've lost too much, just eat something out of some of the nuts. So what we have to do is to take these tops off every node we find. Thank you, Ada. She does go on. So we need to get rid of the top set of these, and then we can start mining. And we're not going to put a miner on initially, because we've got some auto miners we could just literally drop. And a lot of the beginning base game is can be tedious. It's handcrafting, but every sort of game of this genre always starts at this level. They never start your own factories and all the fun stuff. You gotta earn your way to that. So these are the ones that we need. So we're going to drop these. These are hand balled on, and they'll just automatically fill up. But then you have to, when they've got 100 ore, they stop. you have to empty them and they'll automatically start doing it again. So we'll put a few down on this iron ore. Let's have a look. So we've got something up there. So should we put the base down? So hit Q, go on to special, and we can drop our hub. Now I want to get the hub reasonably close to our first node because it's got 2 power generators on the back. So it'll save us, you know, we'll be moving this on a regular basis. So don't worry about where you put it. Well, this is our crafting bench where we'll be crafting a lot of stuff. And this is what we need to get rid of our milestones. So there's a lot of milestones to get. So we start with tiers 1 and 2. Those first 3 are probably more important to get out of the way now. But it will become important later to unlock the chainsaw as soon as possible. So let's pick out some of these, this iron ore. Now you can basically start to automate from the get-go, but I don't recommend it at this point because whatever the fastest, and to be honest, handcrafting yourself is generally the fastest. So that's what I would recommend. You'll spend a long, long time. So we'll start off with, we probably need these logistics quite soon because we need those splitters. So we need all those 3 things below. They're all unlocked. So yeah, we'll need some concrete to unlock that. So we'll need to get some limestone as well. So let's get the equipment workshop out. There's a few things that you have to craft in here. Usually like the utilities and the tools type of thing. So I want to get some more portable miners, I think. So let's get some of those out the way. Just gives me a few just to drop. You need portable miners also for dropping your eventual full miners. They're part of the recipe, but initially they're useful just to throw on a node so they can instantly pick up and basically we'll look for some copper now. So that's more iron, so that's all over here. So we can drop some nodes on these at some point. They're all pretty low grade, normal. Well, copper is what I need. Try picking copper this time rather than iron. Let's see where the nearest one is. 188. That's 389 meters away. So 180 meters away is the closest copper. So we've got a bit of a walk to do, but not too far. It's probably just around this corner. Pick up the blueberries, always useful. We'll need those in something called the MAM as well, which gives us some extra stuff, recipes, some other useful things to craft and to get, as well as opens up some inventory spaces and things like that. But right now, you're just looking around just to see what you can get. I think it's up above on that hillside, so we just need a way of getting up there.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for
Yeah, it does.
to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Now, I'm doing this on no mods right now. I will be adding mods to my game because I hate playing this without mods. There's just too many quality of life stuff I'm used to. But I thought I would start it as completely vanilla. Just in case you guys wanted to play that way. Oh, there's another one of our friends here. Okay, I'm not doing well on this. I'm not. You can time the jumps pretty much to get. But we will craft a better weapon as well, because this one sucks. But we need a bit more stuff before we do that. So we need the copper ore. So I just chip the top off, bang some portable miners on top, and then that will sort us out. So I just roll it out. Should be in my hand unless I didn't put them in. So if I hit tab, no, that's Q. Hit tab and that gives me my thing. Yeah, so just put them into one of my hand slots. I only have 2. Let's put a couple down on here. Save the other couple because I need to get some limestone for concrete. So looks like there's the winner over there. It doesn't really matter how pure or not. Basically, nodes are all impure, which like on a Mark 1 miner, you'll get 60 per second. Normal, 120 per second on a normal miner. And then pure, which is 240 a second. Sorry, 240 a minute out of it. So, but right now, to be honest, all these nodes are pretty poor. The nodes in grass fields aren't very good. There's some occasional good ones around, but most people don't stay here, and we're just here because it's going to be a little easier for you guys when it comes to the beasties. There's only those ones that we've gone. There's nothing that spits here, so there's nothing too hard. So it gives you some time, you know, to get better equipment and things like that to deal with them. You can turn them off, by the way, as well. If you go into advanced settings, you can turn them all off to be passive. So I'm going to pick all these up because I don't really need them. I think what I'm going to do instead, I am going to drop my first miner on here. Obviously, I don't have any foundations, but to be honest, I don't really care about foundations. I'll use some foundations just when I'm setting up our biogenerators because it's just easier to do when you're setting up a little setup. But right now, we just need to utilize our base here for the power generators. So that's all I'm going to utilize. So I'm going to put power to that. Now these take grass and wood, and it burns through it like no fire. I mean, like no business. It just burns and burns. So we'll need to get a lot of things that we can pick up for like grass, trees, and wood. But we really need that chainsaw, so we'll be pushing to get that chainsaw so we can then start to think about getting some biofuel rods, which is much better. All right, I've seemed to have picked up quite a bit. That should be enough for now. So let's bang this into the generator. You can only put grass, leaves or wood in it, so we'll put leaves in it for now. All right, let's kick that off. So we're on 60 per minute because, again, we're on a normal mode because we've got a Mark 1 miner. A normal mode on a Mark 2 miner would be 120. So we're going to put a constructor down. So this is so we can automate, get some plates and rods. Can't split them up yet because we've no splitter. So actually, I actually need a smelter. Let me put this in first, though. See where it can go. So if I put it there, now you can't connect. Well, you can connect right to it. Sorry, but it's not going to do anything because basically the iron ore, it'll just go in there and block it. Oh, there's a big winged thing what flies over the grasslands. So Right, so what are we doing here? Right, so let's get rid of that. And we need to connect that to that. And then you need to pick the recipe. I'm going to choose iron plates for this one, but it needs iron ingots, not the iron ore that we're trying to put in there. So we can get rid of that. So what we need to put in place is a smelter, because we need to turn the iron ore into iron ingots. So go and get and drop a smelter down. So we can pretty much put that anywhere. So let's put it here, actually. It's going to be pretty tight there, actually. Should have put this down first. Okay, so let us connect that. Doesn't matter if it's spaghetti. And then this will go around and bang into here. Lovely jubbly. Choose iron ingot as the recipe. And then let's give it a bit of power. So we're pretty much getting up there, almost maxing our power just on these three things. So that's why I say you're doing a lot of handcrafting, because it's a pain in the ass. But this is satisfactory. And this is the beginning of anything. So let's bang in a storage unit so we can just store our iron plates. There's one thing we don't need to worry about. As long as we keep the power going and that power generator fed, we'll get some iron plates coming in. Excellent. So in the meantime, let's also back that up and do our own handcrafting. This is where you'll spend a lot of your time in the first couple of tiers, handcrafting. So sorry, guys. Just out of interest as well, there is lots of little caves in here, but you have to be really careful, because in caves there is spiders, and they come at you with quite a few of them. So you could do with being better equipped to deal with these things. So I wouldn't walk around these areas too much. They are gorgeous, I must admit. And there's lots of useful things in there, but surprised we haven't picked anything up yet. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, they can be little once they start to get you, they can come at you all the time. So, and I'm losing too much energy here because it's too dark. So, and there's loads of them generally in here. Have I got rid of them all?
Cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Preserve the
Yeah.
remains for later study.
I would get out of these places and try to avoid in the beginning. So let's get out of here. If you don't like spiders, keep out. Right, okay, so we need to get a biomass generator up here to keep my copper working. So let's just pick up a few more leaves while we're up here. Okay, let's drop this down here. And then connect to our miner. Yeah, a lot of this handcrafting, it's just going to be one of those things, really, what you always have to do. Right, back at the hub. So we've got the logistics. Now we can get a little bit faster when it comes down to belts. And what I need to do now is I need those inventory slots. And I need the MAM. So
if you feel stressed by this,
let's choose that one. You have to wait for each pod to launch. And I finally got it. Got the chainsaw, because this is a game changer.
Solid biofuel
All right, I had to shut up.
ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners.
Next one I want after this
To aid in
is conveyor
biofuel
belt
production,
Mark
the
IIs.
chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage.
But what do I need for my
Additionally, your
chainsaw?
pocket
So
dimension
need
has been
just
inflated
to
increase inventory size.
handcraft some of this stuff.
Inspirational note.
So let's
Will
do
you
that.
be the Fix-It Employee of the Month?
Right, we've got it. Now we should be able to make our chainsaw. Excellent. Okay, let's go on to our inventory. Choose chainsaw, and that's it. We have a chainsaw. But before we can do anything with the chainsaw, we need some solid biofuel. So let's make some of that up. We'll set up a little factory to make a lot of biofuel anyway, because we'll be setting up our biogenerators to utilize that fuel anyway, because it burns longer. So we get more power, at least until we've unlocked coal and got our first coal generator set up. So this is what it is, folks. It's, you know, push the milestones along, rush as much as you can to get 1 and 2, tiers 1 and 2 done. And then we can launch our okay, so I can store them away. Better to sort of like clear as much out as you can, because once you go out with the chainsaw, you'll be on the area. It does a small little area clear, so you do get quite a few bits and bats. So let's store all these, and it'll give us maximum amount of storage. And all them trees there, that's what you want. Just chainsaw away, folks. Just keep going. Just keep running around, chainsawing, picking up any slugs you find or any hard drives you come across, if that's possible as well. And it's a good way to get a chance to go and explore the world. Excellent. Excellent. So get quite a bit more yet. Really fill as much as we can of this. And then we'll start to make them all into biofuel, and we'll get a bit longer on those generators. You can chainsaw anything. You can even chainsaw leaves. So
Has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
okay, here's all our leaves and wood. I'm getting into our little factory setup to turn them into biofuel rods. So there's my wood going in there. Comes out to this stuff. And then finally into that. Solid biofuel is the best for these burners as well. Takes a while for that to burn away, so it'll give you lots more energy. I've got like a few running now, so at this level, until we've unlocked coal, there's not much else we can do but biofuel. So there's my little setup. Handcrafting and 1 or 2 machines just to automate what I can. So it's time. We've got to get the space elevator up. We need to move along to the next tier, and for that, after every 2 tiers, we've got to send something up the space elevator. So let's build it. We're going to need some smart plates to actually do our first submission. So we got 50 smart plates to do, and for that we're going to need an assembler. So let's go and get the part assembly. So now I can build an assembler, which is the only thing, because you can't handcraft
The assembler
these.
can produce
It
more
needs
complex
to be
parts,
it needs to be
including the first
working
project
through an
part,
assembler.
smart plating, which is crucial for initiating
So
project assembly.
I need to do
Project
some
parts must be delivered to the space
grinding to
elevator.
actually get
By
that
completing your
built, I think.
contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve.
You need to escape for her. So I'm going to mark this so I know what I need. But basically, I'm just looking for 4 rotors and 8 reinforced iron plates. So let's just handcraft those. And then we should be good to go. It's quicker to handcraft these than to build a whole system to try and, it's just at this level. Right, we're all done. So now we just need to bang our thingy down. So I think it'll do all right just there. And what I'll do, I'll feed it with a belt straight in. So let's set the recipe up. So we want smart plate. It wants 2 of them and 2 of them. So basically for 50, we're going to need 100 of each. 100 reinforced iron plates, 100 rotors. Let's go and get them. Let's go and handcraft them. That's the only way we can do it, really, to be fair. And handball them into this machine, and then it will spit them out into the space elevator, and then we should be ready to rock. Okay, cool. Let's go and crack on and get this done. Satisfactory is all a game at the beginning stages of getting as much done as you can. Automate what you can, yeah, but don't rush to automate at this level, because whatever you're going to do, you're going to destroy. Okay, so we got these kicking off, so we should be nearly good to go. Let's start to put them in. Let's get a belt going in. Should we have a look? Yeah, there they are. There's our first smart plates going in. Nice. Just need 50. So this is the MAM. So basically this unlocks a lot of things for you along the way. Some really useful, like smart splitters, etc. So important you don't ignore this. Definitely going to need overclock, which is the only way you can get it through this system. So MAM is very important. Take some time. And you can have as many MAMs as you want. So feel free, if you get to a quartz node, for example, just drop a MAM next to it and you can start building and get a crafting table as well. And you can start to put down these trees as far as you can. So we're done. We're all in. So we hit the button so we can seal it. We'll get a bit of an animation here. Excellent. So
welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations.
Should I watch this?
Project part shipment is now ready for delivery.
Yeah.
On delivery, phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of phase 1, the technologies of tiers 3
but that's what we want. Automated power. That's our kickoff basically, and steel production. We're going to need steel basically to do the Mark III belts and that, which is going to be our staple for making most of our factories.
Continue to construct, automate, explore, and
basically that 3 and 4 is important for coal. That'll start us on the journey. So let's start this off. So the next stage with coal, we'll start our automation and we start to think about building factories. And then the next couple of milestones, once we've progressed to milestone 5 and 6, then we'll be looking at oil. But right now, it's a big milestone as we've left officially
Phase 1 of project assembly completed.
tiers 1 and 2.
This is only the beginning of project assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is
We need to
fixing
just to get
saving
as much as we
humanity,
can
it is
done
saving
now,
all of Earth,
and
including
then
humans and
looked about
puppies.
moving
It
to
is
a better
statistically
location where
likely-
we can start. So let's take a look around. Go into photo mode. There's me. Handsome. So yeah, there we are. Not a lot of build there. There's my little power bank. I've got some stuff over the back there. There's another concrete thing around the back there. Yeah, not a lot. So these are all what we need. So coal power, definitely. Vehicular transport, yes, we need some vehicle. That's all basic steel work, which you definitely need. Xenobasher is important. That'll make us a better weapon. So that's definitely needed. And the rest of the stuff is all for steel, pretty much. And our Mark II miner, which is huge improvement, doubles the miner. So we definitely want the Mark II. So all of these pretty much we want. But the main thing we need is coal power, because that is going to be the start of everything. So we've got what we needed to get. We've closed what we've needed to close. Got coal power sorted, all that sort of good stuff. So I've made a tractor. So I've unlocked that. So let's head off to a new land, because grass fields is not really suitable for us anymore. To actually grow and expand, we need to do a better location. And I'm going to take you to one that I personally prefer. Normally I would start here, so we wouldn't have this move, but I just wanted to show you an easier place, especially where the beasts are a little bit easier to deal with here. There's no spitters as such, I don't think, in this area, but where we go in, it gets a bit more precarious, but we'll cope. Long journey, folks. It's a long journey. We're not there yet. Not quite. And we're looking like we're here. This is it, folks. This is the area. So lots of coal around, lots of oil around. This will be our main base, probably through tiers 5 and 6. Oh, it's the sort of like top left-hand quarter of the map. Right, so we just need to sort of set up now, really. So we need to rebuild what we had before. We're going to have to start up and get some biogenerators going, because we've got to sort our coal out yet. So we'll need a kickstart at least. And it'll boost us at the end of the day. The biogenerators will keep running whilst they're needed. When they're not needed, they won't utilize their fuel, so it's not too bad. But we need obviously lots of concrete, actually, because we need to start to think of laying down things on foundations now. We need to do things right way now. So yeah, let's do it. So let's start with some foundations, I think. That should do it. Okay, perfect. There we go. I've expanded out, pretty much got a fully fledged setup. moved my space elevator over to here, and got some sinks and all that, so we can get some tickets. There's where I started at the lime maker for the concrete, and here's everything else set up. It's looking pretty good, folks, isn't it? I mean, like, it's pretty basic, but it will grow, and once we unlock blueprints, we'll start have little mini factories everywhere. But right now, this will get me the core I need. So everything running through, got all my automation at the back and power. Copper is over there in the corner. So that's giving me some wire and cable. And we got some in the background there. We've got some more concrete. So looking pretty good. But what we need is, folks, we need coal. That's what we came here for. So we need our first automated power. You know, it's getting a bit of a bind to keep feed all those bio fuel generators. So we pretty much need, there's a rotor coming out of there. We pretty much need now to go and find our coal. And I know where it is. I've got the MAM, by the way, so I've had some hard drives done already. Started to build up that. I've gone through a lot of these as well. I found quite a Criterium near me as well, so I've unlocked a lot of that. Power Slugs is doing well. This, by the way, Zoop is a mod. I've started to integrate mods in now because it's a pain in the ass without it. I've got quite a few of these now. Now I've started to get some sinks in and gain some tickets. So important is that to give you some options, especially around the foundations, extra stuff really, to be honest, to help you to build and to build more smartly and more efficiently. The Fix It Awesome Shop is a must. You need to start sinking things you don't need, and then you get tickets and you can come and buy them on this store here. So all good stuff. I know this might be a bit of a whistle-stop tour. I'm not going through every little sort of item here, but this is just the highlighting of what you need to do to get back into things. So you concentrate on getting all these useful stuff from the store, doing all the extra stuff in the MAM, finding crashed ships so you can get hard drives, and then just progressing through. Basically what we need is to have a good, strong source of income of raw materials, and I want factories to be looking pretty cool, really, to be honest. So I've opened up some of the conveyor belt stuff, more power sockets and some of the walls, and we'll start growing this as the game progresses. But yeah, apart from that, we're pretty good to go. Excellent. So here's all my power right now, but we do need to get some power from coal. You can get a lot more, so to get to it, let's get up to here.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma. Ratoncito en el club, no heroica, glu glu glu. Con Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudió en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
I've got the coal ready to go. All need now is to put it all together and get these water extractors in and build it up. So let's get to it. So I got one stream done. So that's 900 watts for those 6 generators. And all coming off one water extractor. And now that's a bit more. So I had a couple of extractors there. Which has given me quite a bit of a boost when it comes down to automated power. And I'm starting to now design it as a proper structure. So I've just done a little bit of playing about with it, really, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm starting to think now of how things look. And at this point of the game, you certainly can, because this is what it's all about. So what has it all got me? Well, finally, it's got me to this. I've got blueprints now, so there's pretty much blueprint factories everywhere, and I will look to share those if anybody's interested. But yeah, I'll do a few little photo shoots of each of these areas and see if you guys enjoy it or not. And then we'll play out at the end. So let's roll some music. So that was a quick look through of where I am right now. If you're interested in seeing more, then give me a like, give me a subscribe, and let me know in the comments. I mean, my play style with Satisfactory is a rush to get to this level and then start to take my time, because I like to build realistically, where you can always walk through every part of the building. So if you enjoy that sort of relaxed play and some hints and tips along the way, then let me know. Till then, bye for now.